All right, you good to go?
Yep.
Welcome back to Woodro's World, everybody. I am your host today, as always. I'm Woodro. We are back today with the Words with Woodro series in the Sat Chat edition with my good friend Xero. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks very much.
Well, first off, man, let me say I appreciate you taking a part of this. I was hoping that this series would gain some steam and just slowly people just keep climbing on board, and I just want to say thank you for taking part first off.
No, man. I loved every minute of it. I like things like this.
Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, what do we got over here? You got anything going on inside of this little apartment, or do we just kind of set yourself up a small thing? What do we have?
I kind of like, I don't know. I drew a blank when I came in here. I just really drew a blank and didn't know what to do.
Oh, you still got you still got the king canopy bed going on.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
I like the lighting up there. Nice. I like it.
But yeah, I kind of drew a blank. I weren't sure what to do.
I mean, that's what happens, man. FTRW said the same thing. He said, I got in, I wasn't really sure what to do, and then I walk in and he made him a whole ass kitchen and everything. I'm like, man, shut up. it's like, yeah, no, I get it, man. It kind of threw you on the spot because it's like, oh man, I get freedom to do whatever out there, but then I'm kind of limited in here. But what do I do?
Yeah, some of the smaller interior work is somewhere where I struggle. There's one area I struggle in this game.
Uh-oh, y'all hear that? That's a weakness. I heard it. He said it. Yeah, well, I think, according to some videos that we've seen, that some people could beg to differ a little bit, but, I get it.
And then out here, I kind of just did, like, a little bed.
Hey, that's cool. Is that a little tail sign there leading into something we're going to see shortly?
It is, yeah.
I like it. Gives it a little bit of flair. Damn, kind of want them all around this thing now. Those are cool. It's a nice addition. I like it. A lounge chair. Digging it. Okay, alright. My frames ain't digging it though, apparently. There's a lot going on that side of the world. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
That'll be probably looking towards my area.
Well, from here, all three of you guys' builds so far are in that same generalized direction. Well, I mean, Fresh's insane void drill over there. That's something else. So Xero, the name. How long have you had that? Have you always been Xero? I've
I have
seen some thoughts on that.
since I was 16. I'm now 38.
Shoot.
So I've had it a long, long time before the big company ever came out and ruined it.
Yeah, so I meant to ask that. Yeah, have you made any headway on thoughts on the rebrand?
Kind of don't want to give the long-term name up. I really don't.
I know.
I'm really struggling with that.
It's hard, man. You've had what's that 16 years, twice half your life.
Yeah,
that's a long time to. They should have to change. They came in later.
Actually, no, they came in before.
Damn it.
Apparently, I've done my research. They came before me.
Well, that's not fair.
But I actually got that name playing a game called Unreal Tournament.
Okay, I'm unfamiliar with that one.
A lot of people will be screaming now, saying, "Yeah, I've played that." It was a shoot 'em up game, you know, like a fragging game.
Oh, okay.
And I got that name because that's how many times I used to get hit.
Nice. Nice. Is there something before that, or is that was it? It's been Xero.
It's always been that.
And then I can see you having such a very difficult time thinking.
Yeah,
about it.
It's a struggle to change it.
Yeah, I've been trying myself to come up with some things for you. It's just, it's one of them things. It's hard to match what's there, the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Well, should we pop over and take a look at what you've done out in the main world?
Yep.
All right. Oh man, this is pretty. Like just this entryway leading into this rock. This is pretty.
Are we walking in?
I was going to, yeah. Yep.
Yep. That's good. So this is how it started with the main gate. And don't know if you've noticed, but it doesn't actually match up with the rest of the build because the style changed as I went.
Yeah. It's not super, super off. It's not super unnoticeable. I mean, it works for sure. Oh, that's cool. Almost looks like a face, depending on the angle you look at it.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing content? You say you've had the name Xero since you were 16. Have you been doing content that long, or?
No, I actually started my YouTube channel in 2015.
Okay.
Doing Minecraft videos.
Ah.
And life got super crazy busy and it took over for a while, so I stopped doing it. And then it was only last year that I started again.
Oh.
And got rid of all the Minecraft content and started Satisfactory.
I see. And say you were doing some live streaming for a while, because I'm pretty sure that's how I found you.
Yeah, I was doing both live streaming and YouTube at the same time. Kind of a bit of a struggle at times, but I'm thinking of getting back into that soon because I've got back into Minecraft. And Minecraft's not going to fit the channel, so it's probably going to go streaming.
In Minecraft on streaming and then content video. Yeah. I get that. This is really cool. I like how you went with the bare foundation sides though, instead of covering them up with the walls. Like,
yeah,
it gives it an extra layer of depth in my opinion. That's cool. Everybody be on the lookout for that.
That thing's trying to kill me.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't even
Take that.
Let's say there's a hog down there mad as hell too. I mean, these lanterns are cool. These street lights, this is a really nice touch right here.
Yeah, it went through a few iterations, did that. Eventually got it how I wanted it.
I like it. I've noticed a lot of people using the beam connectors more lately with design.
Yeah.
Oh, Popcat's
you can
nuts
do
with
quite
it.
a lot with them. Popcat's just insane.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation with a guy earlier today, and I was like, there's good builders, there's great builders, and then there's Popcat.
Yep.
So do we tell people what the inspiration for design was, or do we let them guess in the comments what the inspiration is?
That's up to you. I mean, it's probably one of the hardest themes to build with in this game. It certainly was challenging and was the whole reason I picked the theme. Just try something that's virtually impossible and just to challenge myself a little bit.
It's personally, I think you did extremely well on this. I know we talked about it that first couple of teaser screenshots, and I was like, you're pretty damn close to, just my guess wasn't too far off. You know what? Just put it in the comments. What do you think the theme was behind this incredible structure that Xero has placed in this world? Because holy,
It's very different walking around it as well, isn't it?
yeah, that's why I was like, man, because I did a flyover when you sent it to me. I just wanted to, I did the same thing when FTRW sent it to me. I just wanted to make sure that everything's set and there wasn't like some random weird foundation just kind of flying around. I missed a couple of things from Fresh's apparently, but yeah, and I flew around it and I was like, man, this is crazy incredible. But yeah, now that I'm on the ground looking at it, this is, flying around doesn't show the magnitude. Like those buildings up there by the waterfall, massive. Yeah, they don't look that big when you're flying around. And there's a bean for comparison. Like, this is a huge build. This is incredible. So much detail packed in. It doesn't seem like a lot to some people who look at it, but a lot of people looking at this, I mean, just the random single foundation turn sideways. No, that's not random. That's by design. Oh, I think I'm getting an autosave. Yeah, because I saw that in the time lapse. I was like, that one looks off, and now it's like standing in the world. It's like, nope, it's not off. It's exactly what it's meant to be.
Yep.
Yeah, this is crazy. So
this bridge took some serious thinking about.
I was just about to bring up this bridge. That's where I was headed to right now, because this bridge is incredible. I like this. So
I wanted to give the idea that it's sort of futuristic and there's a reason it floats. Because obviously that is a huge hole.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of interesting ways and good looking ways that you could support it off the walls. And I knew that it was possible, but the next bridge that I had to do after this would not be possible. So I went with this design for that reason.
It's awesome. Like, I was watching you build the circle in the time lapse, and I'm like, what is he doing? Like, I've seen this build. What is he doing? Oh yeah. Oh, this is super cool. I like that. The lanterns on top, man. It's just that chef's kiss right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, I mean, obviously, there's no way you did this in silence. You had some music blasting, I'm sure, right?
No.
No.
No music.
No music. Well, what music do you listen to when you do listen to music?
I tend really not to listen to music much.
Really?
Yeah. It usually shocks a lot of people, does that?
Oh, I mean, it's to each their own. if that's not what gets the juices flowing for you, that's you, I guess. Hey, I mean, personally, I'm one that I can do it. I get the juices going watching some TV shows, listening to music. I mean, it just depends on what's going on around me, I suppose. Huh. Well, then shoot. I can't ask you what's the most embarrassing thing on your playlist then, because you don't listen to it. It's like, yeah, well, you know, if
I'll kind of listen. I mean, I do listen to music every now and then, but I don't have like a specific style of music that I like, or I mean, I'll listen to pretty much anything.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Well, what do you use to get these creative juices flowing? I mean, you just staring at some pictures going, we use this for inspiration? Or, I mean, do you wake up and was like, shit, I got this idea, let's do this? What happened? How did this pop out of nowhere?
So, I build a lot of builds, as you know, and they're all generally the same kind of style. And I wanted to break that style, and I wanted to break the usual. So, like, people tend to go modern, medieval, something like that, something that fits Satisfactory and what you can do with it. And I thought I'd try something completely different. So I was looking up themes, and I came across this theme, and I was looking at the picture, and I was looking at Satisfactory and thinking, that's just not even possible. And then that was it. That was what struck the idea. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna actually try and make it work.
It's not possible, but hold my beer. I got this.
Yeah. I do tend to set myself impossible challenges.
Well, I mean, call this an impossible challenge if you will, but I think you pulled it off. And in the time frame that you pulled it off in, man, this is incredible. There's a lot going on here. This type of stuff ain't easy.
Everything's connected as well. All the map has floor, so you can access anywhere on foot.
Yeah, okay, that was one question my lady had, was up here, was these more bridge, were they meant to be more of like walk path bridges or aqueduct style, or I was like, I don't know, but they're cool as hell.
Yeah, they're for walking up. You can get up there and everything. You don't need to fly anywhere on this build to get there.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is something I tend to do with most of my builds. I like to make sure that if you was just walking or driving or, you know, pick your transport, you should be able to do it on any of my builds. That's the idea anyway.
No, that's cool. That gives it more of that realism to the immersion.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, you're not going to have a hover pack in real life, so you would have to walk here. No, this is cool, man. I'm just blown away about how much is here. So much going on.
So you won't have seen the chandelier yet, will you?
Oh, inside of the large
like
strip.
The palace, yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I saw it on the video, but I hadn't seen it in person.
Took some time. That took about 4 hours to make.
Just the chandelier alone?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's good. Quality. There's just like everywhere you turn, it's like my eyes just dart to something new, something different.
Looks better at night time. If you set it to dead of night, the lights just work so well.
I was thinking too, like, because right now I've got, and it's really cool with the way that these little signs are designed in the rendering pattern, because the ones slightly off in the distance for me right now have a really cool flicker pattern going to them.
Yep.
So they really do have that lantern.
Bit like a firefly flicker.
Yeah. That's awesome. Hope this translates well onto video. Might have to cut it and do some video adjustment to make it. It's a little bit dark. Oh, that's pretty though. It's just, it seems busier than it is, you know what I mean? Like you don't even have movement here, but all the lighting, it makes it seem busy.
Yeah. So like there's no functional factories or anything like that. It was more of an art piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. It's hell, I'd live here.
We need to ask Jace, don't we? Would you live here, bud?
Yeah. Oh shoot. I mean, you know, I guess if that's retirement, I'll take it. Set me up a computer room somewhere, and I take that for retirement.
Palace.
Yeah. Well, let's go over there and. Oh yeah. So aside from making these amazing builds in Satisfactory and Minecraft, and I think even Tectonica and other games you've been playing, what other hobbies you got going on?
So one of my major other hobbies is Kung Fu.
Really?
I've been doing that for 15 years.
Nice.
I spend a lot of my time training.
I was not expecting to hear that. That's cool. Oh, this is cool. That's awesome, man. This takes a lot of discipline to even stick with it for a little while, let alone 15 years.
Yeah, it does.
That's incredible.
So you remember me saying about the bridge?
Yeah.
And knowing that the next bridge would be impossible to make it look like it's being supported. That's why.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's so cool. Okay, wow. I don't have fly on, and like my vertigo just kicked the shit out of me right there.
Don't fall down.
Yeah. That's a long way down. No, that's cool. Let me back this up just a little bit here. See if we can just, without distorting it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good look right there. It's kind of, yeah, it does have that floating feel to it. I like it.
Which was kind of hard to pull off. I mean, it looks better if you put the fog on.
Oh yeah, I got fog on.
I think I've turned mine off.
Yeah, I noticed yours wasn't on in your video. I was like, that's probably a really good call for the video.
Yeah, because when you're doing time-lapse videos, the windowed camera doesn't show good quality. Not as good as your normal gameplay.
Yeah.
And with the fog on, it makes it even worse.
I figured so. I was like, yeah, that's one thing I don't usually do is toggle fog, but you know, when your equipment and your programming kind of require it, it's yeah. Right there.
This building looks so small in the time lapse.
So much smaller than it actually is. Because when you're standing down here, it's huge. Massive. What's the dream job look like for you then?
I would love to do this full time. I would absolutely love to do this full time.
So I didn't know if it would be more towards the martial arts side of things, or if it would be more towards the gaming side of things. That's why I was go ahead and throw it out like that.
Yeah, both. Definitely both.
That'd be awesome.
I'd love to teach.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd love to teach primarily women and children for the reason that, you know, they tend to be the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And they tend to be the ones with less ego.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys can let ego get the better of them quite easily. But I'd love to teach. Definitely love to teach.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. This chandelier. What are you doing with yourself over here? Damn. How's anybody else supposed to compete with something like this? What? I like this. This is really cool, man.
This took some time to plan out and to get. You see that black rim around it?
Yep.
That's all beams. Beam connectors.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
All perfectly positioned to make that half circle at the front. And then each individual power connector hangs the same distance between each one and everything.
The angle.
Maybe I maybe spent a little bit too much time on this.
I mean, definition of too much though, because like. Psh.
Oh, if I had another week, this would be insane inside this palace.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've already been told twice now by the two creators that happened in before you that if they had more time in here, that there would be this and that. I'm like,
yeah.
Let's see how overrun this map becomes just with the 12 people hopping in it the way it is. And shoot, we may pass her back around and go, hey, round 2, see what you can fit back in here in another week. I think that might be cool, but it might break the save at that point. Because I know Pumpkinhead's doing a bridge, and he's doing it out there on the west coast where the oil nodes are. And I know with the size of it he's planning to do, it's going to be a lot of pillars in that. And
yeah, he does some good bridges, this Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, that's he said he's been wanting to do the one he's doing now for a while, so we'll see how that turns out. It looked good so far. But
you soon realize how big this is when you're walking around it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's how I went
to get it.
I went straight up on the inside and walked straight in the middle of that pillar and looked up. God dang. that's up there. I don't want to fall off of that.
But I'd love to have floored it out, staircases, rooms, everything.
It'd be cool. Hell, I mean, you got the file. You're more than welcome to keep adding to it. We can always use the calculator to take and cut it out and fill it in with the updated version later. I ain't gonna lie, Fresh did. He's still working on not still working on it, but I think he's pretty well done with it, ready for it to be uploaded. But he fixed the issue with why all those trains are backed up. He's added a few aesthetic pieces to it, which unfortunately is not gonna make it into his recording, but just to have an updated, version of it in the file, I think it deserves that. So I told him when I get a break in creators getting the file, I'll get it back to him and let him swap it out. We see these incredible builds that you're able to pull off, not only through this, but also through your channel. But what's your take on the current state of Satisfactory, like U7 or U8 for that matter?
Ooh, Update 8 is definitely amazing for lighting. Everybody knows me for my lighting and how I like to light builds up and things. Update 8's got it for that, 100%. But I'm kind of getting eager for 1.0. I'm kind of getting eager for the summer sloops, the whips, Samo, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I really want to know what the story is going to be there.
Very much looking forward to is it 1.0? Is that what it'll be? The release? I
think that's when they've said a couple of times that that storyline should be dropping in the final release of the game. So yeah, the 1.0. I would assume.
And the way I'm looking at it, like with the things with Samor and the summer sloops and everything, and the alien voices, I think they're going alien with the next 2 tiers. That would be my guess.
I was definitely thinking that there would have to be. I figured that the holdup was something to do with what to do with the SAM ore. Literally just collect so much SAM ore, like slap a couple of miners down and you're okay. Like that won't take long. But is there something to do with them? Like, is there, you have to have so much of the SAM ore to create a part that's required for your launch pod to actually carry you back? I mean, do you have to collect all of the whips and Mercer spheres? Like, do you have to collect everything? Like, that's where I'm curious to see as to how it actually ties into the story.
Yeah, how they've got what they've got now to completion, how they're going to fit that last little bit in there.
It'll definitely be interesting. I agree with you on I mean, they're constantly working on it. They're constantly integrating more, and I think this move to engine 5.2 is going to help too with a lot of the jittering and some of the issues that people have been having. Which
I'm also interested in them updating their multiplayer settings.
Yeah,
getting that fixed up.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Because I wish they would figure out a way to do oh wow, this is interesting view. A little bit more with like server integration, because it's not really, you know, a game that is, it's not really meant for servers.
No.
And I want it to be. I want it to be meant for servers. Yeah, this is cool. All the fog set in, the daytime change when it turned the daytime progression on. Figure, let's see what this looks like as the sun
It's
hits
a
it.
very interesting location for atmosphere, because it has two types of fogs. It has its normal fog, and then it has like an extra one near the waterfall and an extra one near the center of the hole.
Yeah. I think you chose a great theme for this with the different fogs and everything that happened in this area.
Do you think anyone will get the theme?
I hope so. I hope so.
Everyone I've asked, they've gone, nope, no clue. they've made some good guesses, but they've not hit the nail on the head, which kind of says a lot for how well I pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't too far off. There's a correlation there somewhere, but you know, no, this is incredible. Whether people get the inspiration, the theme or not, this is just an amazing build all around. And I'm sure the people that tune in to watch your videos, or the people that tune in to watch my videos, they're just going to see it for what it is, as being an incredible build done by someone with a prolific standing as far as building in this community goes. When you say the name Xero, people know who you're talking about. They've seen your builds. Like, you go talking about, oh man, who's your inspiration? You know, everybody throws out, you know, Fluxo, Stan Archie, like, but Xero comes out a lot too, man, and this is why. So
that's interesting, because obviously I don't see that side of things. You know, nobody tells me I'm their inspiration. It just doesn't, you know. But yeah, I agree with that, because like something really interesting for me was when I first started, the one person I used to watch was Drawing Chaos.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I used to love his work, absolutely loved his work, and I never missed a video and all that kind of thing. And it was interesting, one day I'm building away on Twitch, and Drawing Chaos comes in and tells me how amazing my builds are and things like that. And it was just one of them moments, like my hero came to me. You know?
Yeah, man, I do. I happen to have somebody I look up to invite me to take part in a faction server that they're doing. So yeah, I know what that's like. You know, I don't think the words amazing come out, but you know, it's still, the sentiment hit the same, I think. Hint, hint, card in the corner. Fix it faction.
Yeah, Fix It faction. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
From every angle. We have 4 angles of a race. Go check them out. So, okay, so we said the state of the game is incredible at the moment. What would you like to see added to the game?
Oh, there is so much. There is so much. I would like to see a solution for Mark III miners, because they currently put out a whopping 1,200 items per minute and no way to carry it.
Yeah.
Because the fastest belt only carries 780.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd like to see either a second output for that, or maybe using the SAM or alien technology idea that they come out with a Mark 6 belt.
That could be cool.
They did say it wasn't possible, but that was before the upgraded engines. So who knows? Maybe it is.
We'll see. And I think one other thing that they could do to kind of subvert that as well is, you know how the splitters, they could snap directly to the heads of the lifts. I mean, if they could just allow it to where a splitter would snap directly to the output of a miner, then you could put out, 600 from each side, or 400 from each side, whatever.
That's actually a brilliant idea.
I don't think it would take as much coding to change that as to redo a model for a second output or a whole different line of belts just for that situation. I think if they could just make it to where a splitter could snap just directly to the end of it, that could just subvert everything.
Yeah. Another thing I'd really like to see would be a fully fleshed out underground.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cave entrances and things like that, what people think are entrances, but they're blocked off. And I think a whole underground system would be amazing.
Yeah, because this part right here could have somewhere really cool to go to. You got a hole to a cave that you dressed up nicely. But nothing is ever loaded over here for me, so I assume that there is nothing here. Yeah, I think an underground would be cool. I know you and I talked about that, doing an underground base type thing, like that.
Not just that, but if you had a full underground system, then you could hide all your logistics underground and have your beautiful factories on the surface.
Very true. Very, very
Which would be an interesting take on how to build factories as well.
Yeah. That would be something else. Now, I've seen people building under the ground, but that would be just to actually have it as a function of the game, to have full cave system. Like, you see the beauty on the surface. Imagine the caves that they could put in there. Like,
yeah.
When they go, okay, this cave needs to be big enough to house a full-fledged factory right here, just to be, let's just make this one. Like, that whole area underneath the pink forest, how it's so elevated, that whole entire area could be usable cave system.
A huge cavern.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know.
I think there's a lot of different ways they could continue to take this game, and a lot of ideas floating around on what they will do, what they could do, and etc. But I don't know, man. I'm just excited to see what they actually do.
It's very true. It's very true, because it's always that, like, excitement to guess and speculate. Oh, they could do this. Oh, they should do this. Or but what did they do?
Yeah.
That's always a fun game to play with communities too. What do you hope to see? What do you expect to see? What do you think you'll see? What did you actually see? Well, that's cool, man. Alright, so where can people find you at, brother?
YouTube. Sorry.
I don't know if you're this prolific on Reddit, and if you wanted to, blast your user, or if you plan to do some live streaming on the Twitch, if you wanted to go ahead and throw that out there as well. Like, I mean, all your socials, you're more than welcome to Twitter it, or TikTok, whatever the hell you post on. Like, I'm down.
That's a lot to remember. I mean, just check out my channel and everything's there. Everything's there.
All right. So essentially, people need to go to YouTube and they need to look for Xero, and they need to go down in my description right here. Go down there, scroll down, and you need to hit that link, and you need to go.
Yeah, see that's where I messed up in it. I should have said, yeah, go to my Patreon. You'll find everything there. Just leave that as the open door.
Yeah. Everything's in Patreon.
No, if you just check out my YouTube channel, all the information's there. I can't keep up with everything that I do, honestly.
Well, speaking of Patreon, Patreon get some early access? What do we got over there? The first one to mention that. What's your Patreon like?
So my Patreon get early access to videos. So like some videos don't come out for weeks and things like that. If you're a member or a Patreon on mine, you can get it instantly. They also have access to all my world downloads. They have access to all my blueprints and everything else. So yeah, it's quite beneficial.
Sounds that way. If this is the type of thing you pumped out in 7 days to meet a deadline for a video series, I'd be jaw-jacked to see what shows up on the I made this for fun, let me let everybody have it.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
So
man.
like my whole season 1 and season 2 worlds, I don't know if you've ever seen them, the large cities and stuff like that. They're all up for download for Patreon.
I was gonna say, I thought you made one of them available in your Discord, possibly. I don't know. There was a world that I got access to before we started speaking on the terms that we are.
Yeah.
So I got access to one of them at some point. I'm not sure which one.
You were lucky. You got access to. I think it was season 1 or season 2. You got access to one of those, which was only public for about a week, if that.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
And then it changed to Patreon. Yeah, you picked it up at the right time, bro.
Nice. Ha ha, na 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 boo boo. Oh man, well again I want to thank you so much for taking part in this. It's incredible the amount of involvement that I've been getting from people, and to have you take part in it, like I said, again, you're one of my inspirations, and I just want to say thank you for all your involvement, not only in this but also in the rest of my content, the way it goes. So thank you, sir. I appreciate you 100%.
Anytime, man, anytime. I really enjoyed doing this.
Well, we know that for the next one, don't we, guys?
No.
Oh, man. All right. Well, this is Xero. Hold up. All right. Rewind.
You or me?
Yeah, apparently. I put 2 sentences together and they were like, yeah, here you go. All right, this has been Woodro. That is Xero. You can find him over at YouTube. You can also go on and hit that thumbs up and those subscribe buttons on both sides of the world, and we're gonna love you for both of them. So I want to say thank you again to everyone watching, to every participant. This has been Woodro, reminding you to take care of yourself and each other.
Bye-bye.